Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Welcome to your June 2026 message. I hope and pray all is well with you. For your first quantum code, I was getting that a lot of you guys need some sort of energy boost. And you guys got to increase libido in a loving relationship unless there is a life lesson written into the life contract. Then only after this life lesson is mastered is 56 space 12 space 147. I'll have more information listed down below on how to use the quantum codes, but the quickest ways in which you can use it is like writing it on your hand. The next one is for my heart to be complete, I must be with you. A message to let one's soul twin feel your love and longing for them. It goes from them and back to you. Um, from them to you and back. It's 12 space 15 space 316. And that's for those of you who know for sure that you do have a twin flame, that I would encourage you to use this code. If you know that you don't necessarily have to use that one. There are more quantum codes and ones that talk about the twin flames and the soulmates, but this particular deck emphasizes those who have twin soul connections and things like that. But like I said, you can go ahead and use it too if you know for sure that you do have a twin flame connection. For new horizons, the one that you have next is 19 space 83 space 202. It's to help to bring brand new beginnings, to see things from a new perspective. It can also help when you need to like have new ideas or transitions. It's really cool for that too. If you're creative in content creation in any way, shape, or form, it's a pretty dope one. But nevertheless, for this month, a lot of you guys are going to be going through huge transformations. Your oracle card that came through was transformation, might I add. It says that this fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. For a lot of you guys, I was getting you bossing up in your career or a relationship, somebody who is treating you like a queen, honoring you, and treating you like you're special. For those of you who are divine masculines, being treated like a king and you feeling like you're elevated. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Some of you guys, you have a hair growth journey or you've just recently done some sort of change or transformation there. But I feel like you need to ask for what you want a little bit more. Your next card of advice was say it plain. And it says, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. I'll show you in just a moment, but this is kind of what I mean. It feels like there's a lot of situations in which you may have been feeling defeated in. You may have even had a lot of connections in which you've had to close away from, distance yourself from like friends who don't serve you anymore. I was getting here something about something being tacky. Okay, I don't know what that is, if it's somebody's style, how they handle themselves. I just feel like there's something about you getting away from self-deprivation, okay, and people who carry a whole lot of it, because it feels like you're way more discerning. It feels like your opinions matter, or somebody's opinions will matter to you coming up in the next couple of days. I'm picking up in the next 3 to 6 days from when you see this message. There could be somebody whose opinion whose matters, or you will take some sort of inspiration from how they move, how they communicate, how they carry themselves in public. I'm also getting here that a lot of you guys have stayed away from things that didn't serve you either. I'm getting here that it has something to do with you looking forward to the future. Maybe some of you guys have either been looking to move, or travel, see the distance here, but it feels like in other regards, you stepped away from trying to force how people will perceive you. Okay. I'm also getting in this situation here, you could be stepping away from things that you know don't serve your life during this time, things that you can't afford. Let's say you can't afford to go back to school right now, for example. It feels like it's not something that you want to completely deter, but you know, for right now, it is not something that you're going to pay attention to, budget, or afford for example. Okay. There's something here that you are affording though. And because of that, it's like you're being mindful in other areas. You know not to hang out with certain people who you know are going to force you to overspend. People who don't have like a levitated or a grounded um, plan for themselves is also coming through here. I'm also getting that a lot of you guys could be up for a bonus, but it feels like As you're up for a bonus, other areas in your life, for example, for those of you who feel like you have been struggling in a relationship, you may even have somebody here who is sweating you over your shoulder a whole lot. I'm getting for some of you guys, it could be a parent if it is not a companion or a spouse or something like that. But I'm getting here that you've been choosing to move in silence because of how others have dissuaded you when it came to you speaking about your own opinion. It feels like you've also been getting ignored a lot when it comes to problems in what you have. And because you tend to deal with that, or somebody in your life who kind of gives you that kind of grief, I see you like walking away, not even going about things the same way because you already know what you're going to get. Again, your card of advice is a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So when we see this card here and we see the energy in which you've been getting from other people, you may even go ahead and walk away beforehand, and you may have people who come around. Hey, Aries, some of these people, it's not a Capricorn, but some of these people may have Capricorn in their chart. Um, they're like, or they have a Capricorn around them or something like that. That's really important because judgment is on top of judgment. So it's like double confirmation here. And now I'm getting 1121 again. That's another angel number that came out in Pisces. Maybe you have some Pisces placements, or this conversation is related around a Pisces in some way. But I was getting a Pisces person with Capricorn placements, funny enough, and it came out in that reading. But I'm getting somebody who's saying something like, Aries, like, why aren't you paying attention to me? Like, why aren't you giving me the attention that I want, deserve? But this is like somebody that you're not supposed to be feeding it to. There is something in your spirit that knows that somebody's wanting you to plant seeds towards them so that you take away from yourself, if you get what I mean. Or it feels like you have to go over the top in order to get something from this person while you've been in trade off, like giving to yourself, nurturing yourself, doing for yourself, maybe because you know that you have to carry this self sustaining um, analogy or roundabout way with this person. It's like you know that you can't ask them. This could have been somebody that, like, let's say you know of people who are like, oh, I can ask my parents or somebody for anything and they'll give it to me, or they'll take care of me, or they'll handle it. Like there's something with that where you weren't raised that way, but it's also like somebody's going to be learning, or there's an intuitive nudge that tells you that you being independent in certain areas, it's going to help you more than somebody else thinks that they could, because you've always kind of grown up and been raised that way. So there's something here too that's going to arise where you're trusting your intuition on like how to maneuver forward, the best choice to make. And this may be related to how you maneuver in love. Some of you guys could be thinking about starting a relationship because you're tired of wondering about the same old people. I'm also getting here, some of you guys are wondering if you should go visit new places, explore some new areas, maybe on your own at first, or there's been something that you do particularly want to do within your budget that you feel like is something you should treat yourself with. Treat yourself with is what I was saying. Excuse my voice. I'm working on my throat chakra and healing it right now. And so as I do that here or there, like I have tendencies of slipping. You could be on a clearer path or clearing your mind a whole lot. Meditation or doing something that's more slower pace is very important, especially like taking walks on the beaches, getting to know somebody, going on dates or setting dates like that for yourself, where you get to rebalance, recalibrate your energy here. And also, it feels like you've been having an energy that's wanting you to transmute rage. So if you know of any like concepts or any tools in which you use already, or maybe you're going to learn of some where you need to go ahead and transmute some rage in order for you to fully appreciate energy. I'm seeing if you don't get winded, you can actually appreciate the winds and the tides and the calmness of the scenery around you. Otherwise, you're going to be able to take advantage of like this scenery by just arguing about what somebody has done to you, when in reality that's not what you want to be doing while you're here. And I feel like if you have people around you, they're not going to want to hear this shit from you, Aries. So it feels like you have some extra tension from work, or you have people here who have not been treating you right. And I am picking up this energy of you wanting to air things out. I actually have my back door open and I feel the vibe of like wanting to like reveal a lot of things too. It's crazy because you're going to be very, very busy. This feels like you're going to be looking into preparing something for July. I say this because you could have an event that's coming up that you're preparing to entertain other guests and things. Some of you guys, you could be preparing or saving up bins of food as you prepare, or money, and how you're going to be needing to save up for other people and how to treat them for the holidays, or somebody is doing this around you and you may need to remember this or be mindful. But I feel like somebody is wanting to see you or is anticipating being around you. I'm also getting this vibration here of take care of yourself, because other people are not going to be doing this for you. Yet again, is going to be coming through here. Like, don't come back thinking that people are going to be making your fucking plates if you have family that hasn't seen you in a whole long time. People haven't changed, okay? So, like, don't expect new shit, okay? Also, the same rules when it comes to your shoes, because somebody has changed up, but like, if you come in already like with your shoes off or something like that, like, they'll be more grateful, because I feel like, when people are like, yo, I just cleaned up, even though I have people that are visiting, they're nicer to people who are like that. It feels like they're going to be nicer to your ass just a little bit more if you're just showing them a little bit more kindness or cleanliness and things like that. I'm also getting some of you guys have been doing this in your own home, and there's something about you are going to notice an animal at the door or something like that. It's like, as you start, you just cleaned up your something, and like this animal, they may not have like sandals, slippers, or something like that on their feet, but they're going to start doing some funny, weird shit with their feet that shows you that, like, if they could, they would. If they had some, they would, take their shoes off and be as mindful as you. There's something here about you being a healthily strict nurturer that somebody appreciates and admires a whole lot. If they could tell you, they would. I'm also getting here that some of them might like something soft within their treats or within their food here or there sometimes, because it feels like they have some tooth sensitivity here or there that they go through or experience. And I feel here that there is something that you have been giving them, like over the counter, or if this isn't over the counter, it could be like a treat that you've been giving them. It's helping them to feel better and healthier. It's helping their hair, for example, and their teeth, for example, and their eye colors, like they feel like they can see better. I didn't mean to turn this into like an animal read, but I love when the animals kind of show up and show their energy. And I'm also getting that if you were an animal this month, you would be the loyal dog, okay? And I feel like there's something here about not comparing yourself to the animal, for example. And I saw some of you guys saying no. But it's funny because I see that there is one who is bougie like a cat. And whenever I see Celine, I do get cat energy, like somebody who would be more easygoing when it comes to taking care of nurturing, licking their paw and their skin. But this is more about you sleeping on it. All right. This is more about the energy that you carry as a dog when it comes to sleeping. There is something here where you would choose something else over rest any given day and point in time, that's going to be happening in the month of June. It feels like there's also going to be something outdoors that cannot wait, okay, that you need to do for yourself. It feels like you've been wanting to take some time out for yourself to emotionally heal, grow, or explore. Get some time by the beach, okay? I'm also getting by the lake or something like that too. But it feels like you need a little bit of some R&R, a little bit of sand in your ass will never hurt anybody, okay? Is all I'm going to finish it off with, Aries. So I hope that you enjoy this month. Don't stay in if you don't feel like you need to stay in, okay? But it feels like you do need to nurture yourself, because nobody's going to tend to you like how you can, all right? Those were your messages. I hope and pray that this resonates with you. Like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so very much for tuning in. If this is where we finish and part ways, I love you so much. Talk to you next time, or not. Bye. Either way.